Oh shit! Whoa!
What it do? What it do, man? What we doing? What we doing? Here we go. What we
What
doing?
we doing? Everything was messed up there for a second, but welcome to 2026. This is the Let You Know podcast with our first show of the year. And before we get going today, before we start introducing, getting to the topics, I wanted to run you all a quick video, real quick. Some news from Indianapolis, real quick. So,
Bet.
How y'all feeling tonight? By the way,
I'm feeling good. Well, sleepy, but I'm good.
yeah, we
Ooh,
all get a little.
ooh, 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 ooh. You sound groggy.
Yeah.
I'm ready to tackle the bed.
Hey, everybody is, man. All right, let's watch this real quick.
Couple rough weeks for many living in Indianapolis public housing, and that's with shootings, fires, and murders happening on their property.
Neighbors say the federal government's 2024 takeover of the Indianapolis Housing Agency has not made them feel any safer.
Fox 59 Preston McQuaid shows us the growing concerns.
These are the Hawthorne apartments where two people were murdered in a stolen car the other night. I met one young man who told me he grew up in Chicago, and this is the worst place he's ever lived.
That's crazy.
4 people were found shot inside that stolen SUV. One juvenile was dead, one juvenile was wounded, and IMPD says it's up to neighbors to help solve these crimes.
Our detectives want to know exactly what these people were doing over here this morning, and why they were inside that stolen vehicle.
Yeah,
we need the community's help.
But residents are too afraid to talk.
Every now and then we hear gunshots. Yes, I do. When I duck on my floor, I'm 65 years old. I shouldn't have to live like this.
Tell me about the abandoned apartments around here.
Oh, it's plenty of them. All around.
She looks like
People
Gary.
outside, like I said, squatters come in. They make their home in here now.
IFD thinks it was squatters who started a fire at IHA's Laurelwood Apartments over the weekend, 2 weeks after 2 men were shot 2 blocks away on Teakwood Drive. This public housing unit at Concord Eagle Creek has been fire damaged and boarded up since last July, where most of the IHA homes on West Walnut Street are abandoned.
The house next to me is abandoned. We have no security.
The residents of Luger Tower are suing IHA because they don't have around-the-clock security either, not since IHA fired its internal police force in December of 2024, and certainly not the other night when 2 women were wounded in a shooting outside the front door.
IMPD has conducted over 100 direct patrols in the last 2 weeks at this location alone. Because we understand the challenges that take place here, particularly after the security was removed.
CEO Yvonne Bean was hired almost a year ago to clean up this troubled agency. She said at the time, quote, "Hold my feet to the fire." We tried to do that today, but IHA didn't answer my request for an interview. On the
couple rough weeks for many living in Indianapolis public housing, and that's with shootings, fires, and murders happening on their property.
Neighbors say the federal government's 2024 takeover.
Hey, that leads me to my question. Who knows what Hawthorne Apartments is, first of all?
Yeah.
That's off of 34th and Emerson.
Yep.
Yeah, which is one of the worst, not the worst area in the whole city.
I got called there to do a repair one day on a dude's car. I never called him back.
I'm trying to remember. Did we ever do a lot of deliveries at that apartment?
We definitely done some deliveries over. We worked at errands at Hawthorne, definitely.
I know it looked familiar. I know it looked familiar, but I couldn't really see the street though. But I'm like, yeah, those apartments definitely look familiar.
When it's that bad, I mean, why even is it time to burn that shit down? I mean, it ain't like it has a good history in the first place. It's time to just.
If you find a house in the middle of Indiana, it's got fire damage and mold, you don't try to fix it. You just fucking burn it down and start over. So this is the same thing. You got to metastasize.
But y'all know the people that live there is low income. Because acting like these people is people that can pay market rate rent and shit. People don't. They say she's 65. She means she's probably on a fixed income, probably disabled, something like that. Now, it's some little youngsters that probably can move their ass out of there. It's been over there being lazy. But a lot of people that live over there, that's been living over there, has been over there because of income issues. You know what I mean? That's sometimes all their money can afford is that area. So why won't the Indianapolis Housing Authority do what they're supposed to be doing? Because if there was any other land that was in Indiana, they'd be fined, and their businesses and they properties would be fined, and they'll be confiscated. You know what I'm saying? So don't be giving HIA no damn pass. You know what I mean?
I disagree. I think if there's that much crime in a neighborhood, it doesn't matter how much money you put into it, it's not going to survive. Like, you can do all you can for a neighborhood.
What you think they doing when these people come into these neighborhoods, like this gentrifying the other side of downtown and all that shit? They down there. What y'all think? Just because y'all moving over there, it's gonna stop all the whatever that's around downtown, 22nd Street? I'm just saying, like, they put money in, they're pouring money in that area, still knowing that it's a high drug prostitution area down there. So they throwing money at it. They are all around here. So they are throwing money.
I know. I'm saying that doesn't solve the problem at all. Like, you can't just toss money into air. It's going to get eaten up. Like, if you got all this crime and stuff like that, nobody's going to invest in that area. How about y'all do something about making it?
But how about y'all fix this shit in the neighborhood so it won't be so much crime? How about
so how do we fix that? Like, they haven't been trying to do that.
Some community centers over there. It ain't shit over there.
It doesn't work.
But y'all ain't tried. That's the thing.
It doesn't work.
Shit over there since West Montgomery.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired of the community center thing.
They don't fucking work.
We gotta cut that shit out, dog.
I'm not just saying I'm just saying, because guess what? It might not be shit today, but guess what? As soon as these motherfuckers bulldoze and come on gentrify over that motherfucking hill, it's gonna be motherfucking Park Avenue at 34th Street. So we can just shut the fuck up and know what it is. Because in just about 5 years, it's gonna be Parker Meridian on fucking 34th and Emerson Way. God damn it.
It'll be better than people getting shot all the time and drugs moving to the area.
I mean, is that bad? I'm about to say it's not a bad
there's nothing wrong with it, but they gotta throw the money in it to get it to that, but they gonna do it.
No, they have to stop the crime. If there's no crime, people will invest because they're tired of getting their businesses robbed. They're trying to property values
like
run
they
down.
Just gonna gut it out.
Oh no,
and then let everybody else get back in.
They said the whole West Walnut Street is abandoned home, pretty much.
Yeah. What do you do with that?
And West Walnut's not hood. That's over there off the west side. I mean, that's the good side of, like, over there by Hallville. That's the other side of Winterville.
See, Will, you know where Hawthorne Apartments is? I think you might have missed the video, but we was watching. There was a news clip where Hawthorne Apartments is just awful right now. They were just talking about how all these murders are going down in there. Who was that suing? They were trying to sue the ICE for not having security all the way around the
Towers.
Yeah. So, what do you think Hawthorne is? I mean, you know everybody knows the reputation of Hawthorne Apartments. Like, is it time to burn that motherfucker down? This shit's crazy over there.
I mean, I don't know. Man, I ain't been over there in years since I was young. But I mean, I ain't gonna say it's time to burn it down. I mean, you got to try to do different things to make it back positive. To try to. I mean, you just got to try different stuff. At the end of the day, I ain't gonna say burn it down because that's a lot of. Man, that's a lot of shit to burn down.
People need help, right? See, Will, some of them people need help up there.
I mean, like he said, it is for low income, but maybe can you play that clip one more time for me, P? Maybe so see, because you need to hear this.
One second, I had already got rid of it. So
you good.
We're gonna pop this in.
That nigga said they come to the same place over 100 times in the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
What up, Ski? What up, E?
What's up,
What's going on with you?
I know I've been off the scene for a minute, but I'm back.
Oh, you always in, man, like Feline.
Nice to meet you, C. Will. I'm Pat, by the way.
How you doing, Pat?
That's my cousin down there. You're right on time. You right on time for the night.
Yep, I got you the video right here.
I came here for one reason. You know that.
We get into that. We get into that right after this.
LeBron James.
And murders happening on their properties.
Neighbors say the federal government's 2024 takeover of the Indianapolis Housing Agency has not made them feel any safer.
Fox 59's Russ McQuaid shows us the growing concerns.
These are the Hawthorne Apartments, where 2 people were murdered in a stolen car the other night. I met one young man who told me he grew up in Chicago, and this is the worst place he's ever lived.
4 people were found shot inside that stolen SUV. One juvenile was dead, one juvenile was wounded, and IMPD says it's up to neighbors to help solve these crimes.
Our detectives want to know exactly what these people were doing over here this morning and why they were inside that stolen vehicle. We need the community's help.
But residents are too afraid to talk.
Every now and then we hear gunshots. Yes, I do. When I duck on my floor.
Look at that motherfucker.
I'm 65 years old. I shouldn't have to live like this.
Tell me about the abandoned apartments.
Oh, it's plenty of them. All around. People outside, like I said, squatters come in.
Like some Call of
They
Duty
make
shit.
their home in here now.
IFD thinks it was squatters who started a fire at IHA's Laurelwood Apartments over the weekend, 2 weeks after two men were shot 2 blocks away on Teakwood Drive. This public housing unit at Concord Eagle Creek has been fire damaged and boarded up since last July, where most of the IHA homes on West Walnut Street are abandoned.
The house next to me is abandoned. We have no security.
The residents of Luger Tower are suing IHA because they don't have around-the-clock security either, not since IHA fired its internal police force in December of 2024, and certainly not the other night when 2 women were wounded in a shooting outside the front door.
IMPD has conducted over 100 direct patrols in the last 2 weeks at this location alone.
In the last 2
because
weeks?
we understand the challenges that take place here, particularly after the security was removed.
CEO Yvonne Bean was hired almost a year.
Yeah, enough. You done. We get it. We get it.
Yeah.
So you see 100 times in the last 2 weeks to this same place?
Absolutely terrible.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That is crazy. I ain't gonna say you burn it down though.
So what do you think should be done with that place with Hawthorne Apartments?
You can't just burn it down because it's gonna be bad neighborhoods every city. Every
I
city
agree.
you go to, it's gonna be bad neighborhoods. But just to burn it down, you start over. What you gonna put over there?
Well,
it's gonna make another neighborhood bad.
I would agree. I didn't really mean burn it down. That's not a really thing we could do.
I did.
You got to flush the rats out somehow, though, if you're going to rehab the area.
True. I agree with that. You just got to figure out the best way to do it, I guess. But still, like you said, that's a low income. It's going to be hard. We got to change the mentality of people as well.
Yeah.
Well, how you do that? How you do that? I mean,
when all the buildings are abandoned next to me.
Yeah, I mean, every abandoned building turns into a trap house, so you got to do something about it. So.
Or a squatter house.
A squatter, yeah, that's even worse sometimes. That infects the neighborhood just as bad.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, you just let it go, just let it keep happening like that?
Well, it was she was earlier. You know, the city's got to put money into the buildings to make them habitable again, but then you got to make sure that the residents of those buildings keep up the work. But like, how do you fix that area? It's almost.
Can I tell you something? They got the same model. Listen, the same people, the same everybody owns, and all these Section 42 and 42 and Section 8 properties. All the new ones that's across 38th Street, the ones that's at Fall Creek, the ones that's at White River Parkway, across from that 500 liquor store, right across from the new Wishart and the VA hospital. So it's proven that they can turn the Old Meadows, Parkwoods, Avondale Meadows, all that over there was the hood, and they came and put them under the right organization through the state because they're still there. Even the old Meadows apartments is still there. Okay, so what I'm saying is
they redid them.
Yeah,
right.
they're able to do it and get it under the right people to keep it up. Because 38th Street, the Meadows and all them apartments out there, they look good still. They've been there 15 years now. They still look good. Ain't nobody hanging out there. Ain't nobody doing what they doing because they have codes and they have authoritative language in the motherfucking lease agreements and shit. You understand? They have co-op with the police and shit. So it's stuff they can do.
Sounds like they don't want to put no money in
basically.
That's what I was going to say. But why should they put money into this area? It looks like a Call of Duty map.
It's literally the worst street in the city. Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. 34th and Emerson is the worst crime in the whole.
And that's probably why. That's probably why all those places are abandoned. They trying to figure out what they want to do with it. Because probably
from 34th and Keystone to 34th and Emerson. Be careful.
Yeah, it's worse than 21st and Post.
Man, I used to have deliveries all up and down them streets.
Man.
Because this is my thing. I'm just trying to figure out. Because I remember back in the day, we used to be out in Post Road and shit, and back in the day and hang out and shit. Like, I'm just trying to figure out when did it get just so, like, 34th and Emerson to 34th and Keystone is just so, like, guard your grill. Like, you know,
it's
we hung up over there. We grew up over there. I used to get money over there. So I mean, I'm not saying it was always motherfucking peaches and cream and shit, but it ain't Armageddon. It's the boy who said that area works in Chicago. Nigga, where you live at in Tinley Park? Nigga, cause Chicago dropping 200 people a day.
I was
Nigga,
trying.
shut up.
Yeah, I was trying
Man.
to. I was
He
trying
said
to.
it was the worst. He didn't say the city was worse than Chicago.
He said
It's
it
the
was. He
worst
said the
place he's
area.
ever lived. He said
Yeah,
the worst
but you
place
from
he's ever lived.
Chicago, and you got to be from Tinley Park, nigga, because there's no way you think in the south side
That
of
doesn't.
Chicago. 34th and Emerson is worse than the south side and Damon Street and 74th
Yeah, but
and
that's
64th
splitting
and Davis.
hairs. Like, it doesn't matter. It's still a terrible place. That's his point.
Yeah, I
I
think he's
got it,
just
but I
saying that
listen.
the living conditions is the worst he's lived in. I don't really think he's talking about the crime necessarily.
Nigga,
I think
you
he's
went
talking
from
about
Chicago to the projects, nigga. You probably need to go
nigga.
think about a profession or something. Why
But
you fucking
again,
over there?
the projects look better than that shit. A
Yeah.
project doesn't look better than that shit. That
But
shit
that
do
was
look
the
like
projects. That's what I'm saying. They was.
no,
All I'm
project
saying is
was
if the
a
all I'm
building.
saying is about accountability. If the people who was in charge of making sure the IHA and everything else was accountable, they should be in trouble, nigga. They should be in trouble. They should be
I
out
agree.
a job.
I
Fuck you
agree.
mean? All these
But
abandoned
that's
houses, all this homelessness in this city, all the homelessness in Indianapolis, all those abandoned houses, nigga, could be flipping rounds for homeless motherfuckers or re-entry or something. Bitch, they just sitting there dormant, nigga, on my tax dollar. Get that shit handled. Cause that's our tax dollar. The fuck?
Talk
yeah,
about it.
Handle that
yeah.
shit. That's
They-
our
Talk
money.
about it.
What the fuck is
Talk
y'all
about
talking about? Nigga, what the fuck it mean? It's our money that they supposed to be using to fix the shit. So where the fuck is y'all allocating the funds at? God damn it. If it ain't going to where the fuck it need to go, where the fuck is the money? Let's follow the bread. Because the
It's
money's
going.
allocated by the federal and state. So where the
It's
money
going
at?
to them parks. It's
The
going
fuck?
to them parks and
Right.
Fishers.
It's going to them
Stuff.
fucking
They fix
roundabouts and
stuff.
Fishers. And goddamn it,
Yeah.
everywhere else they fucking gentrifying and shit. Let's keep it P around this bitch. Y'all don't validate our motherfucking dollar in that area or our taxes. That's why our shit ain't getting fixed. They paying money in that shit. Pay that shit. Fix that shit. Bring it up to code or be in fucking trouble, lose your fucking job. Period. Fucking com.
On that note, go ahead, EK. My bad, EK. Go ahead.
I was just saying, man, listen, they know exactly what areas not to put money in. You know what I'm saying?
Because they don't let somebody else come in and buy that motherfucker. That's why they ain't putting no money over there.
And like Charles
That's
said,
prime retail off the highway on the corner.
Like Charles said, there's other places. There's other places that's just as worse too, but that's where you know they not putting the money into.
This is prime retail. They're gonna let some group. It's prime retail. They're gonna let some motherfucking group come in there and buy that whole goddamn radius of that 34th corner over to that goddamn highway. They know what the fuck they doing. It's business and it's chestnut checkers, nigga. Some group gonna come in and buy a black rock group.
Did you just call 34th Street prime retail?
I said it might not be right now, but it's off the highway, nigga. So yes, it's prime retail. It's off the highway. So when they re-gentrified in this Emerson Way Palace, hell yeah, it's gonna be convenient to fucking downtown.
Yeah, at least people won't be shooting each other anymore.
How you know? Yeah, right. Because guess what? I don't think they're gonna put white people up there. That's not gonna happen. Because meth heads shoot too, dogs get loose and shit too. So it could be back hood. God damn it. Once you get Brendan and Lyndon them over there, shit, they might be.
I mean, you can get shot anywhere, man.
Basically.
Yeah, that.
No, you could.
But statistically.
But statistically, you're gonna get shot quicker over there. just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't want to deliver no pizza.
Hey man, listen, man. You can go on hunting trips and get shot.
First?
You know what I'm saying?
Where the pizza man more likely to get robbed at, on 34th and Emerson or wherever else we were talking about?
Up here in the whitey white hood of 100.
They get their ass get up in the white neighborhood too. They'll light your ass up there too. I live up north.
He probably don't expect it.
They'll light your ass up too. I don't give a fuck about y'all been on no 141st, nigga. They'll rob your ass too. They don't care about that shit.
We're talking about statistics. What statistically happens per area.
That's where what they call them, the package pirates be at, man. They be waiting for a motherfucker to set a package down on their front door and they come right behind you.
Okay. On that note,
bring it back.
I appreciate Ski throwing it out. That's why I love Ski, man. She keep it like that. I like that. But we're going to the main topic tonight, man. If that's okay with y'all, I want to get to this main topic, especially since we got C here. The main topic is what the fuck happened to the Indiana Black Expo. The Indiana Black Expo, who don't know, was like the Diddy party. It was like our Freaknik. It was like our whatever you want to call it. It was the most hottest shit that we had, and it brought in the whole Midwest. You got people from Michael Jackson coming in, Mike Tyson coming in, Tupac came and preached, so on and so on and so on.
It was a takeover.
Yeah, I mean, it was a Midwest. It was a Midwest takeover. People would drive their cars from all over the Midwest here just to see what was going on here. Car shows, boxing matches. They even got the Circle City Classic for the HBCU football game. all of these things were the shit, but they stopped being the shit for whatever reason. And I don't think it's the script that changed. It's, you know what I mean? It's the same script that was a successful script, but something happened along the way for this to be a downfall. And for me, I think it's kind of an obvious thing to get it fixed, but it didn't seem to be working for whatever reason. And so I wanted to get everybody's opinion. I want to start with people that actually been to Expo first. So Pat, I'm gonna mute your mic. EK, I'm gonna mute your EK. Don't laugh, EK. You're getting muted too.
I know.
Let's start with you, Skeezy. Let's start with you, Ski. When was the last time you had a great time at Expo? Let me ask you that. Let's start there. When the last time you was like, yo, this is crazy?
Last time I've been at Expo, it probably
no. Not when the last time you've been. When the last time you had a great time at Expo?
Last time I had a great time at Expo, I probably would say about maybe like 2011, 2012, maybe 13-ish when we had the Super Bowl. That year we had a Super Bowl probably was the last time I had a real good, cool, fun time. No bullshit. You know, it was a good time. It was a time to be remembered. I would say 2012.
And from then on, have you been since then?
No, because it's dwindled ever since. So no.
When you say dwindled, what is it that makes you not even say, you know, I'm not taking my time to go get an outfit like you do. Everybody will go get outfits. Everybody will get ready for this. What
I would say because for one, like the lineup for the entertainment started to get kind of boo-boo, the same people, you know what I'm saying? The venues they was holding it in was kind of getting a little, you know, kind of, you know, sketchy a little bit. Just like kind of like it seemed like they wasn't putting very much evolving effort into the IBE. You know what I'm saying? So I think they used the old standard blueprint and just thought it was gonna go across centuries. And I didn't think they put too much. Didn't put too much market analysis or researching in the evolvement of IBE and how to bring cultural and diversity and shit like that across to make it bridge it and make it a little more diverse because of, you know, different times is changing and diversity of Indianapolis and our community and shit like that. So I didn't think they did too much research and didn't have the people in play to help garner, you know, longevity and stability in the community with the way it goes from like entertainment to educational groups they have, for marketing, for you know, for people who are, you know, sponsors and shit like that. I think they kind of got a little messy and sloppy and, you know, took the pride out of it.
Well, you agree with that, C?
Yes. Yeah, I agree with her. For me, this topic, you know, it touches home with me, man. For those that's watching, the guy that's on the far left in the background, that was my father. So to see him take over, he actually, what people don't understand, Indiana Black Expo was a nonprofit organization started in the early 70s. He came, took over late 70s, brought it up to the biggest national event in the country for African Americans. And then it kind of went over to minorities after that, just all minorities, but mostly for African Americans. Circle City Classic, that started with 1984. First classic was Jerry Rice. So I like to keep those two separate, because when we talking about Expo, there's one thing. You talk about Circle City Classic, that's a whole nother beast on why they both are failing, in my opinion. But to piggyback on what Ski said, I wholeheartedly agree with her of everything she's saying. All in all, IBE just needs a boost, a shot in the arm. It needs something to pick it up. It's still living in the old days.
Steroids.
It's still living in the old days. I'm not one to point fingers at people. I kind of laughed at your background because you got the devil horns on Tanya Bell over there.
I'll explain that. I'll explain that
please.
When C's done, I'll get to that.
But I mean, I'm a person that's like gonna uplift everybody, right? Everybody try different things. As I said earlier when we was talking about that Hawthorne property, you got to try different stuff. And I don't feel the leadership that IBE has had since my father died has tried different things. I think they kept going with the same status quo, the same artists, they kept doing the same thing while the country, the world was evolving. They didn't evolve with it. And also with the classic, it's a shit ton of classics now. So it's hard to compete, especially when Indianapolis is not seen as that big city. You got classics in Cincinnati, you got classics literally in every state almost around us. But back in the day, it wasn't like that. So it was a little easier back in the day, but that also comes with adapting. We didn't adapt.
Yeah.
And
no, I agree with that.
And before I let you go, this is not from a organizational standpoint. We also got to look at ourselves in the community as well. And what I mean by that is for both summer celebration, which is in July, and classic, which is it was in October, but it's now in September. The community is not supporting these events neither. And so if the community is not supporting, then the vendors, who is what really is the backbone of these events, Expo exactly, they had 1,000 vendors maybe come in and buy a booth. Let's just say for easy numbers, a booth costs $500. If I'm selling merchandise and I can't get people to buy $2,000 worth of stuff, it's a waste of my time to go buy that booth. So now I'm losing vendors.
Right.
So I mean, everything just trickles down. It's a domino effect. But I just think all in all, they need some new leadership, or even if it's not new leadership, the current leadership needs to let some of the younger generation, some people that kind of have some fresh ideas, come in and kind of talk to them a little bit.
I'm glad you said that, because that's kind of where I feel. What'd you say, EK? Go ahead.
I got a question before you start in Double O. I got a question for an outsider looking in. Who would you nominate for a new leadership to get the Black Expo started?
Are you asking me that, or are you asking Keith?
Yeah, I'm asking you. See,
I can't hear him.
He asked who I'd nominate to get the Black Expo started. In my honest opinion, you go whoever it is. I mean, fuck it. I'll throw my hat in the ring.
Me too. Shit.
I'll throw my hat in the ring. Just
put me on there.
And it's not that I have all the right answers or so many connections and things of that nature, but what I'm good at is bringing people together.
Yeah, you have the right heart for it.
I'm going to listen to other people. Yeah. I have a project management background, so I'm used to taking other things, bring them all together, and making things successful.
So someone with some organizational skills.
Correct.
And somebody that actually cares about the community.
Well, organizational for sure, but also they got to be people person. So you have to have a type of tenacity to be around all different types of people. You have to be outgoing. You cannot be like a real closed-in introvert to me, because it's just kind of like not as the face, because you're gonna have to shake hands and talk, and like he said, be personable, and and just be that person that's receiving and being a leader and being able to work with different types of personalities and stuff like that. So it has to be somebody that has really, really, really good communication skills and that can communicate effectively.
And they can also connect with both generations. I think we're at a rough patch right now. Yes, we need somebody that can bridge the gap. And I mean, it's plenty of people out there that I think can do it besides myself. But it's a few names that I've thought about. I did make a post a while back on the Black Indie Lives site that they had mentioned something about the classic numbers, and people were going in. And Evan, my cousin, he know I don't respond to stuff like that. I read it, but I kind of let it go. But man, I did respond to that one because that got under my skin, because I'm like, I've seen my dad in action. Yes, I mean, he passed away when I was young, but I seen him. He had blood, sweat, and tears. People don't understand. Like, he would put up his house as collateral for these events, just to raise money, things of that nature. So I've seen him in his low times, and I see him in his high times. The world would never know that, what he had gone through, but it's a lot that can be done, and I just want to see Expo succeed. At the end of the day, I don't care who's in leadership, who's running it. I just want to see it succeed and start to get back to where it used to be.
Would you be against shutting the Expo down for a couple of years in order to rebuild it?
Would I be against shutting it down? I wouldn't be against it. Like I said, I'm a big believer in trying anything that you can try that may make it better. Shit, hell, at one point, I was even thinking about trying to start my own thing because I'll never forget. I had a conversation with a gentleman, and he was Caucasian, and he said, "Charles, I don't understand why the African American community only looks at Indianapolis for those 2 days." And he was talking about summer celebration and classic. He said there's 50 other weeks in a year, but y'all only want to celebrate those. He said, why don't somebody else start something new to add on to it? And that, to me, that rung a bell in my head because it made sense. So I was on one point thinking, but life started life, and I was gone. I was gone for Indy for about 10 years, so I was kind of out of the scene for a little bit. But now that I'm back home, it hurts. It started off with my father's park. Like, if you could have seen how high the grass was, rocks was, his park is off of Sutherland. It was terrible. We finally got that all taken care of. Then my next project was I wanted to get a memorial, a street named after him. So for those who don't know, is a Reverend Charles Williams Memorial Way down on Capitol downtown between South and right by the convention center between South and Maryland. So that was my next project. So got that taken care of. So now, like I said in my when I sent that post back on the Black Indie Lives, that I'm really like, I look at myself as kind of being that liaison, being that middleman. I do want to sit down and talk to IBE, to their leadership, and just to see if they even want the help. Because if they don't want the help, then we'll just be falling on deaf ears.
Yeah, but I feel it in you, dude. You seem like you really have a heart for this, like going past with your family history, and you love the community. So, 10 of you will be better than 100 of these people that we got in there right now. So.
Yeah, and I want to chime in because that's kind of where I want to tune in is everything he really said. Who is that? Who is that? Is that you, Ski? Who is that? Who got the potato chip bag or something?
My mic's muted.
I don't know. That shit is crazy loud. But when we was talking about earlier, you asked me about the devil horns and the angel horns. Of course, I mean that's my uncle, so I'm biased with the. Plus, he was a great guy, so I put the halo on him. But in my opinion, I think it's what you like. Y'all were saying. Even Ski said it. It's more about the personalities that you're able to meet people. You know what I mean? The people that you're able to touch, the relationships that you have. And when I was talking to other people on the side, I think they made me understand about like. Yo, hold on, Ski, hold on.
It's Ski. I muted your mic for a minute.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, but when we was talking about it, we were saying like how different people that was in charge. We got when I felt in the prime, I would say Charles' dad was in his prime. Like I said, he started, made it pop. After he passed, there was the lady in the middle. You got Joyce there, and then you got on the far right, Tanya came in, and I felt like when Tanya came in, it was more about the money. In my opinion, I felt it was about, okay, we're here on some Donald Trump shit. I'm here to clean up some money shit. You know what I mean? Wherever it was going on in America is cool, but I'm here to clean up the money. Like, the money is the main thing, and I feel like everything else is what was missing. In my opinion, the going out, reaching and talking to people, the relationships that you had. I don't even mind if it's being a woman, really, but I think she's from Gary, I believe, so she's not even from Indianapolis. When I think somebody needs to be from Indianapolis, personally. And I just don't think she was in the public eye enough. I don't think she cared about the thing enough. I mean, like I said, it's more about money. And like what P said about Charles, you can see that people actually care about the event. If you don't care about the event, then there's no point in doing it. If you're just here to make the money instead of the history of it, or really having a love for it and caring for the whole event, if you're not putting up your house like he said, then ain't no point even doing it. I got some
100%.
So wait, I got a question. So when you say clean up the money, you mean as far as like they was worried about trying to take care of the finances because it was going bankrupt or something?
I wouldn't say more about going bankrupt, but it's just more about that was the main goal was to build the finances, whatever the reason may be. I feel like that was what she was there for. I feel like that was her strength, and I feel like
So you think that's where it got lost as far as like the nostalgia of the Black Expo, like as far as the concerts and whatnot? I don't,
it was even before then. I think it was even before then. I think when she came in again, like they're saying, there's no a lot of gatekeeping is going on in Expo. A lot of people that was there that's doing the same things is still doing the same stuff, and it gets redundant after a while. There's only so many times I can go see Beverly Mays and hear them sing them 2 damn songs. I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. They don't want to listen to the youth. They don't know what's going on, and you can't expect to grow when the world is literally changing in front of you. I remember being a young guy in one of the meetings and asking them, I was like, hey, man, do y'all even want other people to come? Like, I got white friends. I got Latino friends. I got friends that are black, and they asked me, like, I want to go. But like P said, they tell me, I don't think it's for us to be there. I don't think we're supposed to be there. I'm like, why would you say that? There's nothing that says y'all can't come.
It's because of the imagery.
The imagery. When you look at what they're marketing towards, why would white people want to come there? There's nobody there that they want. White people don't want to go see Leon and the nigga from the 5 Heartbeats cast, and they don't give a fuck about that shit. If you want some white people to show up, bring somebody from the MTV cast that was hot that year.
It's not even that. It's not even that. To me, like, it always felt like FUBU. It was for us, by us. This is not for you guys. Let us have this kind of thing with the Black Expo. That's what it felt like. I think it goes back to your youth, like you said.
What'd you say before we started recording about the logo, the old logo?
Oh yeah, I was saying if you put a fist in the middle of that motherfucker, you got a Black Power logo. Like that's kind of keep out. You know, that's keep offish. Like it doesn't feel like an inviting logo. And
he's
like
on mute. I can't hear him.
I'm on mute.
No, I hear you. I think it might be you. See, hold on. Let me drop you out. Drop you back right back in. Hold on.
Okay. I'll wait. I will wait for that. All right, you hear me now?
You hear me?
No, who's talking? Pat?
Yeah, I'm Paul.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear E. I can hear I can hear EK.
That's confusing.
Let me drop out and I'll come back in.
All right.
Okay, bet. But what were you go ahead? What were you saying about the logo?
Yeah, I was gonna say the logo, like I said, it looks like a Black Power logo. So I mean, if you really want people, if you want white folk to come in there and feel like welcome, or even ask the question, "You mind me coming?" or something like that, you got to make something more inviting to everybody. So I understand it's the Black Expo, and this is about Black excellence, Black history, and things like that. And you want to put on a strong logo, but man, just calm it down a little bit.
I respect that. I respect that. I got some numbers too. I got some stats that we saw on the internet too.
Yeah, I'm glad you posted that.
Yeah,
it shows a deficit in such a quick amount of time. Like, damn.
Yeah, look at that, man. And the organization's publicly available nonprofit compensation for the FY 2023 filing. Alice Watson, who's now the new president that we see in the middle, not the double ones, but the other one, listed at $212,843. I'm sorry, $212,843 as the CEO. As Tanya, that's why I put as the devil horns, is getting $105,969,000. Isn't that a weird number, guys?
You mean in total?
Can I start there? Who gets paid $105,969,000? Why would she just get 106?
That's got to be net. That's got to be net.
Yeah, that sounds like a federal thing.
Yeah, if it was gross, it'd probably be a much rounder number.
You get so close, you know what I'm saying? Then they gotta audit you, man. Find out.
I just mean this is after taxes. Like, that's why it's such a weird number.
Right.
But it also says, listen to this, EK, paying staff is normal in nonprofits, but when an organization then flips into a $500,000 deficit while revenues drop by 1/3, the public naturally starts asking whether spending, including over $100,000 to a former president, matches the moment. So what they're saying is, this lady with the devil horns is still getting paid $100,000, even though we going in debt. Do you think she gives a fuck about the Black Expo going on? I mean, we don't know. This is allegedly. I don't know. We don't know what's going on. But
you're right.
To me, that doesn't sound like somebody. That sounds like somebody that don't really give a shit. That sounds like somebody's here to get a lick, here to get paid.
Yeah, some Brandon Johnson type shit in Chicago.
The job. Sound like it's just a job.
Well, no, like Evan said, it sounds like a lick.
It sounds like a lick.
What I tell you before though, cuz like when we talked offline, I told you I said I'm not even mad at her for getting her hustle on. I'm more mad at
people.
It came to the sacrifice of IBE. But yeah, I mean she did what she set out to do. She set out to get the money. I'm assuming
allegedly,
yes, allegedly. I mean, even go as far back as, like I told you on the phone, when she sold the Expo office. I'm not a fan of that. They had prime real estate off
Okay,
of
we were just talking
30
about prime real estate. We were just talking
off
about
of
prime real estate.
33rd and Meridian, 33rd, 34th and Meridian. You sell that and go to, I don't know if anybody's been to the one now. Terrible. It is a terrible building. Terrible. But who got paid off of that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
good
mean,
point.
like I said, I don't like to speak negative on people, but it's just little small things that I would do differently. Even if hell, like I said, just try anything. You just mentioned the number about the current president making 212,000. I think before that, Tanya Bell's making like 242,000 or 250, something like that. Why don't you cut your salary in half? You could put that back into the into the event.
We ask that all the time of politicians, everybody else. You're making so damn much money complaining about you don't have enough money to do shit. Well, why don't you put your money in the pot? Like, it's the same shit over and over, these crooked ass people.
Yeah, like you said, somebody that's willing to put, not willing to put up your house, kick rocks, bro. Kick rocks. Hey, Ed, we see you in the back, Ed, but I can't get you one because you gotta create a profile. You gotta put your profile on here. So if you can jump out, create your picture, put all that camera and all that on, then it'll let you come on. But I can't get you on right now. I'm gonna kick you out of there. Come back. It says, according to the publicly available for 900 filings, IB reported 7.18 million in revenue. This is 2023. And they ended the year with 1.58 million in surplus, right? So they was cool. It was 2023 in the surplus. Just 1 year later, 2024 revenue dropped to 4.83 million, while expenses remained high.
But I told you also, I think that's when they sold the building. I can't remember what year it was that they sold the building, but them selling that building the building was paid off. That's what got my mind. They owned it. It was paid off.
Yeah.
You go and sell it. But at the end of the day, all of this, it don't matter who goes in there. If you cannot go out and build a relationship, like y'all said, and get corporate or anybody's kind of money, dollars, donors putting back into this, yes, you can go and get grants and write all that. You're not going to succeed. If Lilly ever pulls out their money, Lilly Endowment, that's like probably the last big one that I know what the Expo has. If they ever pull their money out, you might as well kiss the Expo goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a massive boost.
And like you said earlier, see, it's funny you brought that earlier. I was in a group chat with some people, and he was talking about Mike Epps. Mike Epps, we talking about somebody there's all these different days that somebody else can do something. Mike Epps kind of took over that free concert thing with what he's doing right now, where he's bringing out, the free concert, bringing in comedians, doing something different. And I think it's just that easy. I mean, Mike Epps is one of the perfect people to do it, obviously being from here. I think Mike Epps is perfect, but I don't know, man. I think that's what needs to happen. But like you said, the right people, the right age. I'm not a fan of because I'm not a fan of the 10-point coalition stuff that's going on where they hitting. I feel like they hitting licks too. They're getting paid to just walk around with yellow jackets on.
Dude, those motherfuckers, they've been fleecing the city for decades.
I think, to piggyback what you said with Mike Epps, I like him being in that lane. I don't think, I think that's a good lane for him. Something that he can do, a one-off event, come in, pop in, do it. But for somebody that's going to run the actual organization for the year around, when any boots on the ground, getting things ready for these events, I don't know if he would be the best person for that. But I do like Mike trying to come back and pour into the community and stuff like that.
I mean, he's already pouring money into the community, rebuilding his old streets. So, I mean, that's at least he's showing some commitment. And he'd do it. He wouldn't be charging $100,000 to do it. He Mike Epps might just come do the shit.
I mean, you never know, or know somebody that could. We got somebody new in here. Who that is here? Who is that? Who's that? Is that KJ?
KJ.
Oh, I know who KJ is. What up, KJ?
What up?
What you doing awake? It's late.
Very late.
I was summoned.
You were summoned. Okay. What's on your mind? I appreciate you jumping on. What's on your mind?
No, I'm just listening. I mean, legally, everybody can be mad at the presidents, but legally for a nonprofit organization, it's the board of directors that responsibility falls on. So you want to get mad at people, you want to get mad at the people that are supposed to be governing the organization and governing the people that works for it, which includes the president, CEO, and all the other staff. But nobody ever talks about them.
They sure don't.
Are you suggesting more like involvement or just not doing their jobs and making sure the people they hire are above board?
All the above.
All the above? Okay.
Yeah. A not-for-profit is run by the board of directors. They do the hiring. They do the firing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They
Got
set this. They set the agenda for the organization.
a question for you, Auntie.
Mm-hmm.
So in his last case with the former president, she was on the board, and then when they brought her in, the do you feel that they gave her too much wiggle room or too much reign, or they should have had a tighter leash, or they just how you feel about that? Because she was on the board originally, and
Right. She
then she
was on
became
the
president.
board. Mm-hmm. But obviously they've given her free reign. So with all the complaints that was going on from staff, when all that staff started writing letters to the media and complaining, there should have been an investigation by the board at that time. But nothing happened except a lot of people got let go.
Who is this CEO we're talking about? Are we talking about
Tanya.
Alice or Tanya?
Yeah, when Tanya
Tanya.
first came on, there was a lot of complaints by the staff. And to the board, and the board didn't act on it. And that's their prerogative. But if they're going to be responsible and held responsible as they should be, when you're looking at the amount of money lost, and it's a not-for-profit, that's a lot of money for a CEO for a not-for-profit, unless it's like a national United Way or something. We're talking about a local not-for-profit organization. That's a lot of money for a CEO, president to be making. I don't care how much money they're bringing in.
I mean, $250,000 is a lot for a not-for-profit. I mean, annually,
So go ahead.
especially when. No, I just think it's a lot, especially again when we talked earlier where there were other CEOs that would, like you said, put their house on the line for this to be successful. When others are like, you know what, hey, I just got to get my money. This is business. This is strictly business. Is what they're saying.
Yeah, I didn't have. My point was non-point-sensical. Go ahead, guys. Sorry. I didn't have really a point to go there, so go ahead.
No, again, that's kind of where I'm with it. I feel the way I feel because I feel like the timing and from what I saw is different from what I saw before. Kind of like when we talk about sports, when what I saw in the 80s and the 90s to what I'm seeing now. You can see the difference. Something's not right. Whether you can't put your finger on it or not because you don't know the ins and outs, but something's just not right. And I feel like it's an easy fix. I really do. I feel like it's such an easy fix that again it could be done in a year or two. It could be fixed. Whether you use the IBE name or something new coming in, just like Mike Epps did, something that easy. It could pop that easy in 2 to 3 years where it's annual. Because again, there's so many months where we're not doing anything. We're just looking for these 2 months.
Everything starts with leadership, and it all starts at the top and trickles down. So when you're talking about an organization like Indiana Black Expo or any business, you have to know how to develop relationships, maintain those relationships, how to raise money. I think Tanya was good at writing grants and getting grants, but there has to be more than just writing grants. And I think that's what fell off from when Reverend Williams was president. He was good at relationships, building relationships, maintaining relationships. He was good at inclusivity of the community. I mean, it was all practically volunteers. That staff was not very large. So it's practically all volunteers running that.
Sound like he was trustworthy.
Yeah, he was a man of God. He was in there doing what he was supposed to do. It's good to hear about.
And living here and being here, I think better. Again, if you're not even from here, it's hard to give a hell about that. I think it's hard to give a hell about their city. Even when I see NBA players that might be from Slovenia and they got to give it back to Dallas. It's like, oh, I ain't from here.
Good point.
You know what I mean? But I got to give this money to these broke ass kids that grew up here that I don't even know. I got to do that so y'all like me. But that don't happen though. If it does, again, I'm not a fan of all this. We need a community, like Ski was saying. We need to put more communities and basketball gyms and bad neighborhoods. We got to cut that shit out. That shit is dead. It don't work.
I mean, there's plenty of gyms. There's plenty of things right now. If they wanted to go sign up and use, it's
That seemed like that's the only things they wanted to put in the community.
Right. Like you're not putting any other development or money into the community besides basketball courts and public parks. Like that doesn't stop anything from happening. It doesn't give them anything to do. It doesn't give people anything to do.
No, just somewhere to go stop and pee.
Yeah, exactly. Or somewhere. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Somebody gonna stop and peer somewhere to hide.
Well, breaking news, guys, man. Trae Young just got traded to the Washington Wizards, man. Breaking news.
Oh, wow. To the Wizards.
For who? For who?
Let you know podcast. Breaking news, guys.
He's gonna have fun with that.
For who?
Yeah,
who the hell the Wizards got to give up?
CJ McCollum, Crispin.
Hey, both of them teams still gonna be trash. That trade is worth nothing. That trade is for nothing.
Yeah,
unless something else is gonna happen after that. Unless Trade's going somewhere. This is just a setup trade for something else to give him somewhere else.
Yeah, it's gonna be a three-way.
Well, I heard he said that's where he wanted to go, man. I
Washington?
mean, that was the destination.
Nah.
Nobody wants to be at Washington.
You want to go there? I guess.
I mean, they got some baddies. They got some of the baddest women in the country. Don't get me wrong. I love some DC women, but nah, I ain't playing basketball there right now in 2026. Hell no. Hell no. Let me. I appreciate that EK too, though, for real. Let me soften up. We got another video. Can you pop that in, Peace? We was talking about Mike Epps too. I want y'all to watch this video. This is on Mike Epps with Shannon Sharp.
He didn't like no street people. And
talking about his
when I
dad.
became a street dude, I was selling drugs. He had a car wash. I went to his car wash in my Cadillac, and he told the people, "Don't wash that."
Damn.
Because I was selling dope.
Yeah.
He called me a dog. He said, "You a dog." I said, "Huh?" He said, "Yeah, you a dog." He said, "You ain't worth shit." Because I was selling dope.
Yeah.
And I got caught. And I'll never forget, I was in prison and I met a dude from Miami that got caught selling kilos and shit. And I'm sitting in the cell with him. He was showing me pictures of his houses and boats. I said, damn. I called my father because I was talking to my father in jail. I said, Daddy, I'm in here with a dude that is smart as hell. He said, well, son, if he's so smart, why is he in there with you? Why is he sitting there bragging about somebody in jail with you, talking about he's smart. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, my dad always said crazy shit that, and that shit still, I never forget what time too, I told my dad, I said, this is how I learned how to deal with my kids. I used to cuss my dad out. I said, man, you ain't no real, because he wouldn't buy me the shit I wanted. Because I thought because it was kids that had the go-karts and mobile.
Yeah.
I said, why come I can't have it? I said, man, you ain't no real father. You know what he told me one time that came back, smacked me in the face? He said, wait till you have some kids. And boy, if I be damn, my kids didn't say the same motherfucker. That's crazy how that shit just doubled back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it just teach you to always honor your parents and listen to them. They know what they doing. And most kids be upset with their parents and not realizing their parents be kids too.
Yes.
Your mother and father were too young too.
Mm-hmm.
Why you stopping, cuz? What we doing?
That was the end of the video.
Okay, I didn't get the whole clip. Okay, that's the end. Okay, gotcha. Gotta stop doing it. What happened? Okay, so yeah, I like that video, man. I wanted to bring it because we was talking about Mike for one, but I like that video too, just because we talking about I talk a lot of time when we talk about our parents, where we us as kids, man, and growing up, we don't really know much about our parents. Like we look at our parents as just as our parents, right? We don't really realize that like they had a life before us. You know what I mean? And I feel like we don't even ask a lot of that time. Sometimes we don't be like, hey mom, what were you doing when you was 13? Or you know what I mean? What was going on? I mean, just asking them questions and finding out who they was before you existed. Because like he said, sometimes, man, I got family members of myself where they get upset at a father figure or whatever because of 20 years ago, you know what I mean, when he was, or 30 years ago when he was a certain age. And I'm like, man, you can't compare somebody at a certain age to what they are when they're 40 or 50 years old, you know what I mean? Because it's just not fair to them, especially seeing as a man growing up and seeing certain things and why things might have happened the way they happened. And I just wanted to talk about that with y'all because I thought it was a good topic. I wish Ski was there because I know her dad and everything, but
that's a very good point. I still have family members that think, well, I have family members that won't talk to me, that have unfollowed me on Facebook. I send them texts. They don't want to talk to me. I never did nothing to them. They just think from who I was back in the day that I'm the same person that I used to be. And it's just like, man, that was 25 years ago. What the fuck you talking about? Like, people are allowed to grow up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you ever had a talk with your mother? Like you ever asked about, like, you know, like, hey, what was you doing like before me? You know what I mean? Like you ever asked her about that?
My dad was more so We talked about a lot of the stuff my dad did when he was in his teens and 20s and things like that. So I got a real good understanding of what he went through, which is the same shit I went through. Ma, it was a lot more simple because Ma just went to school. She was just, school. So there wasn't much going on besides that. She's a businesswoman. But yeah, understanding what my father did in the 60s and 70s helped me understand not only what I was doing and helped me get over that kind of shit, but like you said, everything is cyclical. It all comes back around. So
yeah, no, I'm with you.
Same shit, different era.
What about you, EK? You ever talk to your mom, your dad about like, yeah, what was going on with you like before me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what was up with you?
Yeah, I did. Me and my mom, we're close, man. We always had those type of conversations. I lost my dad when I was young too. So I didn't really get to have a lot of conversations with him, but I got to see certain things of him in his life that he did when he was younger, because everybody gravitated around him. He was in the army, he was a boxer. So, those type of things I got to see. And, of course, he was kind of like a Philadelphia legend, because he's from Philly. So, like, he knew all the players, Dr. J, Daryl Dawkins. So I always got to meet them every time I went to Philly when I was young.
Shit. Okay.
No. About it, man. I really didn't get a chance to really have like those type of conversations with him.
What about you, C? Like I said, I already know your pops is gone and everything, but you ever chopped it up with your moms and be like, yeah, what was you doing before I was here? Like, what was you outside? What were you doing? You at the rink? What was you doing?
At the ring.
I don't know. I don't know what they did back then.
Yeah, it's funny you asked that because that was one of my goals that I set for 2026 was to spend more time with my mom because she is getting older, but B, get to know her. And it's crazy that I'm saying that at the age we are now, like 40 plus, you know what I mean? Like, you would think you would know your mom, but I've never sat down and just asked, Mom, what did you do when you was this age, when you was a little kid? Like you said, Pops died, I was 18, but I kind of got to see what he was doing, but he wasn't young. So I really didn't know a lot about that. That comes from, Auntie may tell me something here or there, but yeah, that's crazy. You brought this topic up because, like I said, one of my goals is to actually go to my mama crib where we talking about earlier. I know y'all was talking about 34th and Emerson.
Damn, I forgot y'all.
Hey, full circle, huh? Full circle.
Yes, but go over there and just sit and chat with her.
Make sure you go when the sun up.
Most definitely. I don't like being over there when the sun's out. But just sitting there and talking to her on the couch, like I saw something the other day on Instagram. I think it was. It's like a book that you can buy now with these memories that your mom or your dad can write down. It kind of gives you a topic to talk about or whatever, but they can write down their story, and then that way you can have it forever and share it with your kids and whatnot. But yeah.
KJ, I know you're the oldest one here, but I mean, I know how close you were with your mom. I kind of know the relationship with your dad and everything. Like, but did you ever ask grandma like, hey, like what was you doing before I was born? Like, did you get to know her like before she had you type stuff?
Not as much as I would like to have known her. I would encourage you guys to do that because I think about that all the time. I wish I had asked my mother this or had asked my grandmother certain, questions. I mean, I know some things because we would talk at family gatherings and things, but not really get into a lot of more personal type things. And I wish I had. So if you guys are thinking about that, I would encourage you to do that.
Definitely. No, and that's what kind of hit me because I had heard somebody else say before. It might have been Bill Burr or somebody. I don't know. I heard somebody say it, and I, like you said, it was going to be one of my goals to start nitpicking more and just ask some more questions. But then I saw Mike. This is I think literally the day or yesterday with him and Shannon Sharp, and he brought it up. So I wanted to share that with people. And just like you said, I think it's important that we do it. Like even with P, I mean, not just to pick on you or nothing, but like you said, yeah, my mom was in school. But when she was in school, I mean, she wasn't just in school. You mean she had to be listening to some music. She had to be cooking, or she was doing something besides putting her nose in it. But you know what I mean? So,
oh no, you're
you know
right.
what I mean?
Like there were some things she's doing. She mentioned going like the Elvis concert before he died and things like
Yeah,
that.
dope
There's
shit like that.
stories, but most of it has to do with her schooling and things like that. So I mean, that's if somebody were to ask like, what's my mom's, if she was, what do you know your mom for? I dedicate hard work, going through the schooling, going through the years of that, and rising through the ranks as a female into management. So I would say that, that'd be like, my mom's a real strong person. She gets what she wants.
Hey,
But,
hey, I ain't mad at that.
oh
Ain't
no,
mad at that.
you're right though. It's, I know a lot more about my dad personally, as far as what he went through as a kid and just vibing and things. But, you're right. I could probably work on that with mine. Good point.
Yeah, I just think I want to say everybody should, man. Everybody should. But the last thing, we've been on here an hour. My last thing, this is for y'all. This ain't even for me. This is for y'all niggas, man. IU, man. Everybody talking about these IU Hoosiers, man. They
Oh
talking.
my God, I cannot believe this.
Hey,
Go ahead.
hey, man, I had to. The whole state of
Yeah,
I cannot believe
IU.
this.
I've never heard about IU football since Hardy died. Nobody ever talks about IU football. Rest in peace, Hardy. But what is going on? Somebody explain to me what the hell is going on with IU football, please. I don't know.
Signetti.
Hey, Will, did you go to school there?
Can I
No,
start? Can I start?
no,
Then
I
we'll
did
let the
not.
locals. We'll let
Go
the
ahead,
locals
EK.
say it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Man, we talked about this on the Let You Know Football about it, man. They finally put money into it, man. They got a coach that they really believe in, so they putting the money in.
Yeah, they sniped him. That guy coached under Nick Saban. He is the next Nick Saban, as far as I'm concerned. He looks like the Terminator on the sidelines, but that's what it took.
And the boosters is crazy, man.
Well, now they are. Yeah.
That's on the booster. That's crazy. David Letterman is one of the boosters.
IU's always had money. It just
they just
David Letterman went to Ball State.
Oh, did he? Wow.
Well, I mean, to
So
be
what
honest,
about Mark Cuban? I didn't know Mark Cuban was.
Mark Cuban is
went
an
there.
IU. Yeah, he's
Yep.
an IU.
He went to IU. Wow.
Yeah.
I know
I
that.
heard Mark Cuban like created like some crazy shit. He created like the electronic scoreboard or some shit.
Voicemail.
Yep, he's got his money. Let's put it that way, because he owns the Dallas Mavericks too, I believe.
He sold it.
Yeah, he still got a little minority stake in him, but yeah. Okay. But no, to answer your question, Pete, no, I didn't go to IU. Their football team was trash back when I was playing, so I decided not to go there.
I can think of one player, Antoine Randall.
My wife, she's alumni there, but we are going to that game on Friday. We leave to head to Atlanta tomorrow. But
okay.
Who gonna win? Who win?
IU.
What are you talking about?
IU go win.
Who do they play? They play Oregon, right?
They play
Oregon
Ducks.
It's
gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Oregon got them jerseys. Oregon got them jerseys.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. Don't get your hopes up. I'm telling you now, man. Don't get your.
They gonna spank them again like they did the first time.
Eric's going off of one thing. They already beat him this season, so he thinks they can beat him this time.
Who put money up?
We know how hard it is to beat a team twice in the season. Come on.
We beat them on their home field.
Come on, man.
That's all his point.
You know how I look at EK. You know how I look at Oregon, EK. And since Cuz said they got the jerseys and all that, they like the pretty girl in the room. They always gonna be the prettiest.
Flashy.
They just flashy. They haven't won anything. They would never. They're not gonna win.
I mean, he has a good point. When was the last time they actually won a national championship?
Look, you're talking about IU.
The last time.
Well, IU's different though. I mean, this is a building thing. Oregon's been at the top for decades,
for years. Yes.
Maybe it might be the year. You knock off the best team. You knock at the best team in college football.
Can we mail him back to Nebraska?
Man, I can't wait to IU win. I'm calling you personally.
Yeah.
Calling you personally.
Know exactly what I'm gonna tell you.
What you gonna say?
LeBron James.
I want to hear y'all talk about Purdue like this when we go to the NCAA.
Oh yeah, for basketball, sure.
They are terrible too. They
Hey.
They terrible too.
You know what? I really wanted to believe in them when they had the big man in the middle, but
Zach
They
Edey.
can't win with him. I don't think they're gonna win at
It's
all.
over. It's over. They had their chance. I say it's over.
It's not
Yes.
over. Nope. I think this will be their year.
You're talking about March Madness?
Hope
maybe.
both of y'all right. Hope both of y'all right. Hope Indiana can win something because we keep losing everything. We keep losing all the big stuff.
Every time we get there, somebody's leg goes dead.
That's why we're gonna beat Oregon because it's the Final Four and it's the championship.
Well, I got more faith in Purdue than I do Indiana winning the national championship.
You are out your damn mind.
And I'm gonna say,
how's Nebraska doing right now?
Purdue winning the NCAA tournament than I do Indiana winning the championship.
Yeah, but you just saying that. You
no,
don't
come
that.
on,
you
man.
Don't
you know
believe that.
Stuff out like that, man. It's hard to beat the team twice.
That's your only
we all
thing,
know
though.
this. We all know this.
If that's your
Basketball,
only metric, that can't be your only metric.
College, hockey, it doesn't matter.
It's hard to hit off the same pitcher when you've already been through the rotation once. I understand that. But that can't be the only thing you're going off of.
But I'm keeping it real, man. It's hard to win twice. And it's the goal to the national championship.
IU is winning the national championship.
Y'all just said Oregon.
I want to hear about it.
So
look at the coaches. Compare the coaches.
Signetti's a fucking Terminator.
We said he's the next Nick Saban.
Damn, man. I'm just
and you keep forgetting Oregon's missing players. Starting running back, broken collarbone.
And they soft.
Yeah.
Flashy and soft.
All right. Hey. So I'm gonna remember this next week, guys. When we
will
back.
too. Don't worry.
We can stop next week. It's gonna be Friday.
We can ask me how much money are you putting down on Oregon, Eric?
Since they're the underdogs, I'm just gonna play the money line and hey, let's put 100 on them.
You're gonna put 100 on them?
Yes, I am. They're
They're
gonna win, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm not just saying this because I'm trying to shit on IU. I'm just saying, like, it's hard to beat a team twice. It really is. You go from
loses $100. Yeah.
You go from a 7.5 point favorite to a 4.5 against Oregon. What? I don't know. That's kind of fishy to me. It's fishy.
I mean, you could go to a strip club and lose $100 that way. Okay, at least you get something for your money.
Yeah, come to Atlanta with me. We'll go to Magic City. Come to Atlanta with me. We'll go to Magic City.
$signs in my inbox, then. All right.
All right.
All right, man. Wait, I ain't betting on that shit. But yo, I appreciate the conversation. I see AJ, what up, boy?
Chilling. Just got back in town.
Welcome back. I would like to get your opinion because we did already go over the topic, but since you're here, I'm glad to hear you. I want to get to the topic on what the main topic is because we talked about a few things, but this Expo thing, man, I want to know what you think because I know you was out there in the heyday. So what do you think happened? What do you think happened? Like why is it what it is now?
This is a complex conversation, but first I can say the number one thing I can say number one, but let's say violence start like affecting it. Like when they start having police down there all the time and we just wasn't acting right, that was a problem. And that I ain't gonna say it was a problem or the major problem, but that gives them a reason to say they can't do what they're doing, right? Instead of just being like, all right, we can, police this better or anything like that. They didn't do any of that. I think personally, it just made everybody uncomfortable when it started getting weaker and weaker and weaker. I'm going to say I think it's the leadership. And I have a problem with this last generation of leadership, like in all aspects. Only thing that leadership did that was good to me throughout the city was put a lot of people in the NBA, but I think Indiana's just a basketball state. As far as entertainment, I don't see any results to anybody outside of the Jackson kid, who we really don't rep like that. Nobody really even knows he's from Indianapolis like that.
You talking about Trevor Jackson?
Yeah. Yeah. But our leadership.
Don't forget about Scott Evans. Don't forget about we got Scott Evans out here representing too.
I don't even know who that is. And Mark Battle. And I'm not, listen, at this point, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Scott's an entertainment reporter.
Okay. So let's say this. Now we look at the entertainment industry right now. You got 520 podcasts. You got Pat McAfee. Indianapolis is blowing up. The people before that, and I'm not going to name no names, but if y'all want to do a podcast and actually have a truth, telling session, I will definitely do it. But the leadership before that has did nothing to enhance the city. All they did is enhance themselves, and all of them still think they some type of it girls or it guys or whatever they are. They're like over 40 and 50. They still on the scene. They still got to be a part of everything because they never had talent and they were just middlemen who wanted you to kiss the ring to get somewhere, and they have never taken anybody anywhere. So they destroyed the Black Expo in the Circle City Classic. And I will tell them to their face, because if it was me, it wouldn't be that way at all. You know why? Because I actually care. By the way, so I want to apologize about your dad because I should have never did that. I didn't know, but still, I want to apologize about it.
It's all good. It's all
But
good.
I mean, all good or not, men apologize when they wrong. So
Right.
I'm gonna do that. But at the
Okay,
end of the day,
AJ.
yeah, the problem is the leadership. And it's a lot of people, we know who they are. They have accomplished nothing. They have put nobody on. I just had conversations with rappers. It's like, why do y'all try to appease to these platforms out here who have done nothing? I have walked more artists in label meetings and going places and got them events. Bro, I was just in Kentucky and one of the Nappy Roots people hit me up. What I'm saying is, I never had a hater bone in my body. These people are haters because they have no talent and all they do is are middlemen. They create shit like Jews. All they do it and then play like victims. That's all they do.
Do
So
one of
our
these guys have
leadership
three
for
letters?
this last
Do
generation
one of these
has
men?
been trash
Do
because
one of these
nobody
people
has
have three
done
letters in
nothing.
their name? Do one of these people
Hey,
have three letters in their name?
Huh?
Do one of these people have three letters as a name?
Yes!
I know.
AJ,
I
are you
screamed
from
on purpose.
Indianapolis? Are you from
Huh?
Indianapolis? Are you from
Yes!
Indianapolis?
I am from the east
Oh,
side.
okay. You're the
Yes.
first person from Indianapolis because everybody that I've met that has moved here has called people from Indianapolis haters.
I'm
That's
not
what
no.
made me
I
ask.
love my city. I love my city, but sometimes we just
But
dick
we have a
riders.
lot of haters in our city.
Listen, but
And
I
that's
don't know
what you're
you, and I'm not
saying.
gonna
No.
call you back. But listen, what I'm about to tell you. I've been in every state except Hawaii. Everybody has haters. I've
Right.
been all over the
Yeah.
world. It's haters everywhere, and actually they don't matter. You shouldn't even focus on them. They are there to actually enhance and help you. The real haters are the ones who see opportunity, who see talent, and then overlook it on purpose just because they can't benefit from it.
Gatekeeping.
That's not happening no more. I can promise you that. This whole last 2025, oh my God, y'all would be surprised who I've been talking to. A whole lot of
Sound
stuff
like
is
it.
about to change. But in the
What needs to
last
happen?
15 years, it's just a horrible leadership. All of them. You said one person. I said in that. We ain't got to say that.
Oh, there's plenty. There's plenty more.
All of them. I don't think you understand. Only
Yeah, they're
one
all.
who I know that actually has done something is Ready Rock.
Facts. That's a fact.
And Cho
That's a
just
fact.
always, but Ready Rock and Cho is the same people. But outside of
Pretty
that,
much.
outside of that, nah, bro. I'm telling you. And that's what happened to the Expo. They put weak leadership in charge. They did weak things. They had dumb ideas. They didn't know who to bring. They didn't understand the youth. They didn't. Dog, it wasn't even about the youth. The Black Expo was actually about Black excellence.
You're right.
And we went there.
What I said
I
earlier.
seen Destiny Child at the Black Expo. I seen
Tu-
Beyonce there at the Black Expo.
Tupac came. Everybody came to the Black Expo.
What happened to Star Quest? What happened to everything? They are lame. They never been cool. So you gotta eliminate the cool so you can look like you're the cool one.
That's just industry shit in a nutshell, right there.
But
Well,
yeah, man, my
I
bad I
have to
came late.
agree with
Let's
them.
have a
It's
good time.
leadership.
It
No,
is the leadership.
it is the leadership.
And they can say whatever they want to say. They got to know I don't care at all anymore. So they can say whatever they want to say about me. I'm not even on social media like that. So say whatever you want to say about me. The leadership's trash. And I'll tell them to their face. And I know all of them. They all ask me to work. Listen, I'm going to leave it alone, bro. But
Look, we
yes,
talked about
I love y'all show.
earlier. We had Charles Williams on here earlier, and he was saying like when his dad was the CEO, his dad was putting up the house for the expo to go on for it to get what it had to get to. Where these people are taking $250,000 a year,
Yep.
$100,000, and ex CEOs taking $100,000 a year. while the business is going down. It's like you don't really care. This is just business for you. This is just a lick.
No. You're looking at it wrong.
It sounds like fraud.
Yes. Well, it's a lot
There
of
we go.
Somalian daycares in Indianapolis, is what we're saying.
Yeah, it
They're
sounds like
taking
fraud.
money and not
Yeah.
spending it. It's not. You give me $250,000. You think I can't put on the show? You think I already have an idea for the Final Four?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
That's what I wanted to bring up earlier. This is fraud.
AJ. And I was telling AJ, I said, man, I think this is so. Before you got on, I think this is like a 2-year fix. I don't even think this is that hard of a fix. It's just that they don't care.
They listen what's happened in our city the last 5 years, and the Black Expo's trash. We've had the national championship football game. We had NBA All-Star weekend, WNBA All-Star weekend. We've had Final Fours. We had every major event, Comic-Con, all these things. We got data centers and tech companies moving here. We got Pat McAfee. We got 520. And how was the #1 event in top 2 events, Circle City Classic and the Expo, trash?
Right.
How?
Right. How?
Yeah, it's
because of the trash leadership. Yeah. These loser people that we keep trying to say they cool because we want to dick ride out of town niggas. No, I'm telling you, they are trash. Somebody needs to scream it.
Well, you screaming. You screaming.
I love it.
You screaming.
I love it. What you saying about this fraud? Give me your opinion on the fraud stuff, Pete, because I know I want you to go down the foxhole for a few before we get out of here.
Oh no, this ain't even foxhole stuff. This is just basic. When I'm looking at it like pattern recognition. So when I see money go into a large organization and I don't see profit come out and I don't see product come out and I see a lot of cash in a lot of people's pockets, those are just some checklist things I'm looking at to start an investigation of fraud. That's what I'm saying. Like, it smells like fraud. This is what fraud looks like. But we need to do an investigation. These people aren't going to leave their cushy job of making free money unless you put them out.
Right.
Yep. And that's the truth. He's not lying. I don't have any evidence either. But the obvious situation is, how is this so bad and there's so much money being put into it?
Right.
And if you look around, y'all don't want to have a real conversation. If you look around the country,
we here.
We see a lot. We see a lot of stuff happening that's really shady, and people swearing they was good people, and you've been stealing the whole time. So we can either, like I said, I'll leave it alone, bro. Thanks for having me on.
I'm gonna have you on the foxhole one of these nights, though,
AJ. Your
AJ.
2 cents in and leave, huh? Just put your 2 cents in and leave.
No, I'm glad he
No, it's not that, man. Because I really love my city, bro. And I love the Expo. And I love the Classic. I just told my little homie, I remember me and my boys going to the mall and getting Tommy outfits to go to the Expo and taking pictures and walking through the halls and flirting with girls. And that was a dope experience that kids can't have right now because we allowed lames to take over the city.
That's real. Like
He makes a good point too. Like, the Expo was the thing, because I remember Expo weekend in the Circle City Classic. My friends were gone. I couldn't find them motherfuckers. They were gone. And now it seems like nobody wants to attend. So it's like, it's a very good point.
Motherfuckers. They was down.
No, I couldn't. Don't bother calling. They home. They down at the Expo.
They was running around the NBC suites. They was running around the NBC suites. That's what I'm saying. The police started coming down there just like they did 38th Street. 38th Street was a spot at one point, but they started coming out there every time we came out there, cutting off the streets. Y'all not gonna come to this gas.
But wait a minute,
that
goes back to what we were saying earlier, though. It's like, because that didn't just start when your Uncle Charles was president. There was some violence in it, but what he did was get with the police department. He got with the gang leaders. He got with the people, and they came together.
Actually,
it's like, we're not gonna have this, and we didn't. That came back after he passed, and nobody did anything. It's like, oh, let's just call the police, and then what the police do, whatever they do. There was no trying to sit down with the community, with the gangs, with the young folks. Like you're saying, Charles was very good about listening to young folk.
You gotta be. You got it. Only makes sense if you want
your future.
They're going because they're
going
to be 30. They're going to be 40. But like AJ said, it's sad because my oldest son is 23. He went to Expo when he was a little kid, but he's not going to experience the same Expo that we experienced. If he did though, it's just like it's not even remotely close, man. It's just like you said, it's sad when you know what something was and you see what it is, and it's just like And like y'all said, you're putting so much money into it and not getting something out. And from my side, it seemed like an easy fix, but it's almost like it's done on purpose. It's almost like you don't care.
It definitely sounds like it's on purpose.
Yep.
But no, man, I appreciate everybody jumping on here, especially you, C, man. Your 2 cents mean a lot. KJ, yours as well. AJ, if you're still watching, thank you, Famo. EK, you from out of town, man, but I appreciate you jumping on too, man. Appreciate you jumping on. You missed out on some good times, man.
Let's go, Oregon.
EK, Indiana hater all around.
He liked
Take
Purdue,
us out.
though.
Take us out.
He don't like Purdue, Auntie. He don't like Purdue.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming on the cast tonight. It was a beautiful conversation. We did get some interesting topics through and some good information out to the public. This is our first show of 2026, so I'm glad to see everybody back and ready to rock. We're going to have a good year, y'all. This is the Let You Know podcast, signing out.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.